Being a hairstylist as well as a trichologist is like the best of both worlds. It's kind of in a sense like the doctor and nurse relationship. You have the nurse at the bedside getting a first-hand report on what's going on with that patient. As a hairstylist standing behind the chair, I get a first-hand report on what's going on with the hair and scalp. With trichology, it's like the doctor in a sense. We have to assess what the root cause of that issue may be and come up with a treatment plan to help you manage and treat that issue. So for me, being a hairstylist as well as a trichologist, it's the best of both worlds. Question number 24. Which type of vitamins promote hair growth? Now, we talked about this a little bit already. The most popular one that is believed to help promote hair growth is biotin. It's not that biotin doesn't help in that process, but it has a small portion. It is not doing all the muscle and leg work in that process. It's a B vitamin, so it's definitely an essential one. However, you can get this from your diet, and chances are you only need to supplement it when you are deficient. If you're not living in like a third world country, you're most likely not going to be deficient in biotin. So to supplement it, and especially in excessive absorbent amounts, is very unnecessary and can actually create a problem when it comes to testing for like heart and thyroid. So that's an issue. You need to be aware of that. But some of my top one are zinc, D3, B12, iron, and vitamin C. So zinc helps with the differentiation of the keratinization process. It helps from transitioning from this growth phase to this growth phase to this growth phase, where the hair cells are actually duplicating and splitting and dividing from one growth phase to the next. This happens in a 30-day process. So everyone's growth cycle, hair growth cycle is every 30 days. So 31 days, you've already had a complete growth cycle. And zinc helps in that process, in the differentiation from one state to the next. So from coming like, let's say going from solid, liquid, gas type, and think about it in that aspect, right? D3 is a very powerful antioxidant that actually provides immune privilege for the hair follicle system, right? It's also produced from our cholesterol, and it's a hormone-like supplement. Yes, it is. So it's produced from our hormones, from cholesterol, because cholesterol produces our hormones too, right? So vitamin D is very integral in like the overall antioxidant. It's like that is like one of the champions of antioxidants, right? So, and it's very, very important in many body systems. B12 is one of the precursors in helping in the development of our blood cells, right? And our blood cells, and it also helps with metabolism too in the body, right? And energy source, right? And it helps with providing some antioxidant benefit, right? But our blood is what feeds our hair. So it's helping in the development of our blood cells. And so is iron. Iron is one of the components of our red blood cells. So it's a precursor to production of iron, which is part of our red blood cells. And then vitamin C helps iron absorb into the body. So it's very important to take your iron, if you're taking an iron supplement, with vitamin C, because it helps that absorption process. But there is a caveat. I want to say B12 and vitamin C compete for the same absorption receptors.
And I was going to ask that is if you have, like, for instance, I'll use myself.
Right.
My supplement is iron and B12.
Right.
It's in that one supplement.
Right.
So then you wouldn't add the vitamin C?
So you should probably take that with vitamin C, like maybe orange juice.
Right? Yeah.
So and that's probably what your doctor recommended, right? However, that is already chemically engineered in that process to not be interference.
Exactly.
So, but when you're doing this independently, you need to be aware of that. That take one at this time and then take one at that time. You know, you can separate them by an hour or two because then that metabolism process is already taking place from, you know, your stomach to your intestines and, you know, and absorption. So there's no competition there. And if that's the case, I would take the iron and vitamin C together and then maybe take the B12 second or take the vitamin B12 first and then wait to take the iron and vitamin C second. You know, so there's no competition.
Absolutely.
But those are like my top 5 for hair growth because it's cell division, it's cell production, and it's like these are the things that makes the body function. You know, and protein. Protein makes up every single part of our body. Without protein, there is no life, period. It's from our teeth, our bones, our hair, our heart, our brain, our lungs, everything. No protein, no life. So those are my
and those are great. Yeah, spot on.
I'm glad I'm hitting out the park.
Yeah.